The first race of the 2018 FIM Motocross World Championship season here at the MXGP of Patagonia, Argentina. Kicked off with the MX2 qualifying race. Adam Sterry fell at turn 1, but it was Jorge Prado who led. Up the inside was Thomas Covington, and around the outside was Paul Jonas. Ben Watson gated well as well. He was in 4th place in the early stages. Prado then came under pressure towards the end of the opening lap, was passed by his teammate as Jonas took over the lead. Hunter Lawrence on the new 114 Honda Motorsports there in red and yellow. He made a decent start and he was already in the thick of it, battling around in around 6th place. Meanwhile, Ben Watson, he charged past Thomas Covington to go into 4th place on lap 4, but the American responded. He ran wide. Watson was back up the inside and he stayed there for 2 or 3 more laps. An inch-perfect move from Lawrence meant that he found his way past Covington as he charged through the field, and then out of 2nd place at the halfway point, Jorge Prado. Lucky to pick himself up, but his bike was damaged, the handlebars were bent, the front brake was broken, and he shortly returned to the pits and would not rejoin the race. He will go to the line in 28th place. Riders then got promoted. Later on in the race, though, Calvin Valandren for Team HRC, number 10, went around the outside of Covington as he started to fade. That put Valandren briefly up into 6th place. He would eventually come home in 5th after he found his way past Darian Sanai in the closing stages. It was a great ride for the Khmer Yamaha rider Ben Watson, coming home in 3rd for his best ever qualifying position. Thomas Kjær Olsen here on the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna came home in 2nd, but it was an emphatic victory for Paul Jonas and Red Bull KTM. He won here in qualifying last year. He did exactly the same in 2018. The result then from the MX2 qualifying race was Paul Jonas, Thomas Kjær Olsen, Ben Watson, Hunter Lawrence, Calvin Valandren, Darian Sanai, Thomas Covington and Alvin Osland.
Pretty good start, made a little mistake from the gate, but after I had a pretty good pace, passed pretty quickly Jorge, and I think it was going down in front of me, so rode my own race, felt really good, and you know, it's always nice to be back in Argentina. It's a really nice place, and you know, it's nice to start the year, you know, with a win in a qualifying race, but you know, the main races are tomorrow, so we will still make some changes with my riding, and then looking forward for tomorrow.
After posting the fastest time in time training, Jeffrey Hurlings down on the far inside, hit the brakes early as Cairoli and Clement de Sal ran wide. That was perfect timing for Jeffrey Hurlings as the Bullet stole the lead going into turn 2. De Sal was 2nd, Tony Cairoli was 3rd, Paul and 4th, and the fast-starting Jeremy Seward was in 5th place. But by the end of the opening lap, Tony Cairoli found a way past Jeffrey Hurlings and took the lead. Gauthier Paulin, Julian Lieber and Jeremy Seward battled in the early stages as well. Lieber running straight on, almost taking out the Swiss rider. And then at the start of lap 3, Cairoli got lucky, or was it Jeffrey Hurlings got unlucky? Either way, the Bullet was down on the deck and he picked himself up. He was then down in 6th, 7th position, battling with Jeremy Seward, who was taking nothing from Jeffrey Hurlings. Hurlings then started to make little mistakes. Romain Febvre found his way through as well. And that was a nice little invite for Romain Febvre, the former world champion. After that, he got onto the rear wheel of Seward and Julian Lieber. And as the two played cat and mouse here, it played nicely into the hands of Febvre. First, though, Seward found a way past the Kawasaki rider to get himself up into 5th place. And then this happened. Koldenhoff went down. He was lying in 12th position. He would eventually come home in 18th. Tony Cairoli almost made a similar mistake later on in the race, but managed to save it. 3 or 4 laps from home, Jeremy Van Horebeke on the Monster Energy Yamaha made a move on the Monster Energy Kawasaki of Clement de Sal. That got him into 2nd, and Hurlings was struggling with arm pump in the left hand. Both Max Anstey and Sean Simpson both went through. Tony Cairoli would come home victorious. Anstey would get passed by Simpson in the final stages of the race in what was a dramatic end to MXGP qualifying. Tony Cairoli victorious from Van Horebeke to Sal, Febvre, Simpson getting the better of Anstey, Hurlings and Seward your top 8.
Yes, I made a good start. then I was pushing it a little bit outside from the start, so I lost 3 positions. And then on the first half lap, I was having good lines, and I could take the lead. And I'm happy. It's a difficult track for me. I never really had a really nice race here, so I try tomorrow to be on the podium at least and try to win.
Good luck for tomorrow. Thank you.